What are we doing?
Driving to the Keys.
Driving to the Keys. We haven't been to the Keys in a very long time. When was the last time we've been there?
May of last year on a cruise.
Oh, that's a long time. So, super excited. You come along with the ride. You may hear me screaming because of the Florida drivers. Just like Florida man, it's Florida drivers. And we will go from there. I'm like, oh. Driving on our way to get a little bit of breakfast as we are heading out. So we are here at Dunkin' Donuts. Our goal is to do this Dunkin' Donuts run before we get on the road to Key West. It's a 4-hour road trip, and the goal is to not stop. Hopefully we'll miss traffic. It gets a little, when you're getting into the Keys, because it goes to one lane, and if you have one person in front of you who drives very slow, it's painful. So we're hoping that we can miss all of that, miss all of the morning traffic, and make it to the Keys by lunch. We'll see. We are staying in a motel, which is interesting because I've never really stayed in a quote motel before, but it's called the either the Southernmost Motel, Southwinds Motel. I'll tell you when we get there. But it has really great reviews. The funny thing about the Keys, which you may not realize, is that it is actually cheaper to go to Key West in the summer than it is in the fall and winter. So if you ever want to go, definitely consider that. We will take you again on our journey along this wonderful highway. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive, very scenic, beautiful drive. Enjoy. We've made it to
Homestead, going into Key Largo.
Key Largo.
We haven't made it in Key Largo yet.
Oh, we're not in Key Largo yet?
No, we're still in Homestead.
Oh, how far do we have to go?
Or Florida City. This is the half. We're about to go over the causeway / bridges to the first Keys.
Oh, I thought we were in the first Keys. Oh, but they do have an Everglades farm, if anybody's ever interested. All right, we have made it to Key Largo. So this is when you get to do the one-lane highway and have water on both sides. And depending on that driver in front will determine how fast you go and when you get there to Key West. But the drive has been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's been relaxing.
Relaxing drive. So excited. He's very excited. You just can't tell. It's all on the inside. But we're so excited. So we made it to the first key. We have multiple keys to go. But hopefully it will be smooth sailing. We made it to Alamorada. Oh, so more middle, starting in the middle keys. We're starting to get to the middle. We actually stayed in Alamorada several years ago, like right after COVID. It's a very nice town. We stayed in I'm not sure what you would call it.
It's a place where you can dock your boat, and it's a hotel as well.
Yeah, and it had like a kitchen, a refrigerator. It smelled like a senior living home, but it was still good. The people were friendly. So that's great. So if you have a boat, you can always trailer your boat down here. And a lot of the hotels will have marinas. Or docks, and the one that we stayed at, right down the street here. Right down the street here. The one that we stayed at you can dock your boat for like $35 a night. I think it was something that's pretty inexpensive. We ate at that little Mexican restaurant there. And the great thing about Alamorada, it actually also has like a dolphin show, alligator, like a SeaWorld kind of thing. That was pretty cool. And then they give you a Florida discount if you're a Florida resident. So that's pretty cool. So something to do in Alamorada, you can definitely do that. It's more of a sleepy town, I would call it. So it's not a lot of grand activities to do, but it is very relaxing. The food was good. The residents were nice. So here we go. Now this is truly nothing but water and construction. We made it to the 7 Mile Bridge. This is the old bridge over here that you could actually walk on. So it's not available for, well, was this the actual bridge?
Yeah,
Oh, a train bridge.
it's a car bridge.
Oh. Looks like only one car can fit on it, but now it's a pedestrian bridge. So now you can walk on the bridge. You see a lot of people fishing. And this is the one that people talk about. For some reason, they're really nervous because there's no median in between. It's just one way, each way. However, if you lived in the South, this is pretty common. One-lane roads is an everyday occurrence. This is what everybody looks forward to. This is why the drive is not bad at all. I mean, at least for the passenger. Can't say much for the driver. And then you have a little tiny place over there. You can see it. A little tiny island there that has a house on it. So you set up shop on your little island. I know with real estate in the Keys, you definitely need to get a Key West or that particular Key realtor, because there's lots of rules in the Keys regarding real estate and development. So if you decide to I want to buy one day, make sure you get a Florida Key dedicated realtor, and not just any Florida realtor, because they have to know the intricacies of the Keys that tend to have a lot more rules. We made it to Key West. It had a downpour as we were driving in. Our room isn't ready, but we will do a tour, hopefully, if I remember, of the property that we are staying in. It's actually Southwinds Motel. Now, again, as I tell you, let me turn this around. I have never stayed in a, quote, motel before, but I hear that this has really great reviews. So far so good. Our room wasn't ready, but they did have a room available that apparently was next to the bar. And so the young lady asked us if that's what we want to be, and we're like, no, because the bar stays open late. So they gave us another room, and so we're just waiting for it to be ready. However, we're going to just hang out until that is the case, because in Key West you have things to do, so we're going to just walk around. Unfortunately for, sorry, lots of water. Let me show you, because of rain. Unfortunately for this fella here, I actually accidentally left my wallet at home. So I have no money with me, so all I have is his money. His money is my money. So I'll show you. This is Southwinds Motel. If you're interested, it's a great place to stay here in the Keys that I heard. I have no proof because we haven't stayed here yet, but we're here to spend Derek's money. All right, our room is ready, so we're heading back. We did stop and get some hydration.
That's what you want to call it.
Yes, that's what we're going to call it, hydration. We're going to head to the lobby. Let me wait out here.
There we go.
And head to the lobby. Let's go in. Okay. So we are all checked in. Super sweet, super nice. Yeah. It's kind of like a, it reminds me of like a family-owned kind of hotel thing. So we stayed in a major hotel last weekend, and I like this more intimate setting better. That's a bit. So they have, hey, good. They have a pool here. This one is not heated, but they also do have a heated pool on the property. I'm sorry. Hear me screaming. I'm trying to get around water. So our room is room 44. So we have never seen it. So you guys get to see it when we see it. They have bike rentals as well. And then they have e-scooter rentals. Ah! Darn it. Keep getting into puddles. All right, so here is the room. Da, da, da.
We'll get our stuff.
Oh, not bad.
Cozy.
Yeah, it's cozy. It's small, but doable. I'm gonna put that in front of the ignition. So we have the bed here, but we have an iron and a ironing board, some hangers. That's great. Oh, a luggage thing in the corner, which is awesome. It smells very fresh, so that's good. They sprayed something that smells super fresh in here. Don't want to track water, but they have here is a bathroom and the shower. The shower is a nice size. Get a hair dryer. I'm gonna need more washcloths for sure. And you have here a little kitchenette. So we have a microwave, a little refrigerator. Oh, that's great. That's great. We just came from a really high-end hotel in Miami last weekend, and we didn't have any of this in our room. And we could have definitely used it. Oh, it has a coffee maker. We could have definitely used this in our room, and we paid like double the price, and that was a discount. So, you know, sometimes the high-end pricey hotels does not always give you what you want. So that's great. My big thing is filling the comforter. Yeah, it's a little thin. That's how I rate hotels. I rate hotels by how thick, how nice is the comforter. So I brought my own extra comforter, but pretty good. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy. Okay. Okay, I do want to say that we paid roughly around $325 a night for this room. However, put a pin in that, because what a lot of people don't know is that Key West, their off season is the summer. So their high season is the end of fall, winter, and beginning of spring. So in the summer, in their low season, you will find the hotel prices are much cheaper, which is completely the opposite of what you think what would happen, but that is what it is for Key West. So if you want to come, oddly enough, the time to come to Key West is in the summertime, because that's where you'll find the cheapest rates for the hotels. So with this hotel, when I looked in the summer, it was half the price. So just kind of be aware of that. That as a possibility, if you're interested in coming to Key West, that's the time to do it. Now, if you're flying in, your flight prices may be more expensive, but your hotel stay is definitely cheaper in the summer. Okay, we spent some time in the room, and now we are heading out to get something to eat, something to snack on, because we have a, I guess you can call it an excursion, Commotion on the ocean. So it's just like a sunset catamaran ride. We've been to Key West a couple of times. We have never done this. Definitely have seen it done. And so it's a bucket list item. We're going to kind of check off our list of things to do. We had an excursion scheduled for tomorrow, but it got canceled because a cruise ship bought out all the tickets. Mind you, there were already 2 tickets sold, which was my ticket and Derek's ticket, but they sold that ticket to the cruise ship. So they stole our excursion. But anyway, so we're going to do the Commotion on the Ocean. We're going to kind of walk down, see what we can get snacks on, and go from there. We probably should. It's so funny. We probably should take the rent a bike because it's going to be a long walk. It's about a 1.5 mile walk because we're on one side of Key West, and where we need to go is on the complete other side. So this should be interesting on how we do this. So we shall see. All right, I did not actually look to see where we go and how we get there. So today we're gonna actually trust man GPS.
Are you getting food on Duval Street or?
It doesn't have to be Duval Street. It can be off Duval. I have
Not much down.
no thoughts of being specifically on Duval Street. So we will see. I did not look at anything. Zero, zilch. I have actually no idea what's going on. Oh, we're right next to the Best Western. Oh. We're gonna see where we're going. Again, we've always stayed near Duval Street, like maybe a couple of blocks on the other side of Key West. So we were around everything. This is an unfamiliar side, even though Key West is like not that big. This is definitely an unfamiliar side to us. So we're going to learn as we go. Walking Key West. We actually took a pit stop. We got a little bit of a happy hour snack to hold us over for our excursion. They have a lot of happy hours, so if you are want to be frugal financially, definitely do the happy hours. The one that we did was from 3 to 10. So, no, that doesn't sound right. 3 to 7 maybe. So that's a good thing that you can try. But it's not super crowded, which is nice. But it's a long walk. We have been walking for a long time.
Yeah. Keep a bunch of these in a drawer. They can hand them out.
Someone's still doing work
like they read a hearing in some other state.
while on vacation. But we are enjoying ourselves. This is our really first day we just got here. Thoughts so far?
Just like I remember it.
Just like we remember it. No, it's not, because we've never been on that side.
Stay on the south. Put it in the north.
It's what we would have hoped it would be. So being on the other side is actually very nice. I mean, granted, we've only been on the other side for 2 hours. We spent the rest of the time on this side, which is the east side, the north side. But it's been so good. It's been a lot of walking, so I think he's tired. Yeah.
I'm used to staying here right at the marina.
Yeah, he's used to only walking just a few minutes versus a mile. That feels like 3.
Yeah.
But we're about to do the Commotion on the Ocean, which is a sunset cruise with some music, just kind of getting out there, watching the sunset on the water. So we'll bring you along to see kind of what your thoughts are with it. It's through Fury Tours. We do have a little bit of a with them right now because they canceled one of our excursions for tomorrow to get the ticket, to give the tickets to a cruise ship. So we're not super excited about that, but I think that is forcing us to actually try out or consider other vendors here that may be smaller, because Fury is a pretty large vendor here in Key West. But it may push us to other smaller vendors to see kind of what they have to offer. So it may end up actually being a good thing because we can try out other people. Let's see. Yep. All right.
Pick one of your famous 5-minute
Let's get the Commotion on the Ocean started. This nice sunset breeze. I'm happy that we're doing this when we sprung forward. So these will be darker later. So that's great. And we're out of here. The band is starting.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the bright sunshiny day. Bright sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Bright, sunshiny day. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. One love, one heart, face to the Lord, and I will be of love. Let's get together and share the So we're gonna play music from a lot of different islands, but this time we're gonna take a trip to Oahu, Hawaii. A little song by Jack Johnson. Let's see some hands in the air. Hey, 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 hey. I can see Allison got that champagne pop over there.
We're making it back to our hotel. Barely. Derek's barely hanging on.
1.1 mile from where we were walk.
From point to point.
I'm not used to this. I'm used to staying like right in the middle of everything at the marina.
However, he did comment on how quiet this side is. Very quiet. No craziness. But we are barely hanging on. I have this heavy pack on me. Derek has a backache. And we're barely making it. We probably would have called the Uber, but our battery ran out. Our battery's low on our phone, so we had to walk it. But it's good exercise. So we're gonna do it and just be here in this beautiful side.
It's actually gonna be quiet because normally when we're staying at the Oval at the marina, it's a lot of noise outside.
Oh yeah. because it's like literally 2 streets from Duval. Don't we turn this way? You turn right here. Oh. We're usually 2 streets from Duval Street. So we were usually around all the action. But now we are so far from removed and it's a completely different side of Old Town Key West that we haven't actually been to. So it's pretty cool. I like it. To walk here. But we'll see how we feel in the morning. both mini ice packs on our back. We are at our favorite sub shop, Little Whitehouse Subs. This is actually Mallory Square at Key West, so where the cruise ships will usually drop you off. Then you walk kind of through to get to the street, and then you'll see the sub shop. And I have a cowboy, which is like fresh rotisserie chicken. The subs are so big that they give you one unwrapped and they give you one wrapped because they know that you won't be able to eat both. This is the best sub shop we've been to.
Yeah, even better than Boston.
Better than Boston. That says a lot. But I actually love it too because it seems to be, there's a cruise ship in town, but it doesn't seem to be too crazy. Maybe everybody's on an excursion, who knows? But if you ever come, Little Whitehouse Sub Shop. Okay, it's day 2 of our time here at Key West. We just had lunch. We started late because we ended up sleeping in until like 11 or something. But we had lunch at the Little Whitehouse Subs, which is the best place. And now we're going to check out, there's a cruise ship here, so we're going to kind of sneak and see what cruise ship that is and go from there. So we're headed towards kind of Mallory Square, but actual Opal Resort and Hotel, this is where we would usually stay. And right near the cruise ship. So the funny thing is when you stay here, depending on where your room is, your cruise ship will block your ocean view.
And you always get a lot of noise too.
Yes.
All the way up.
Yeah, it's very noisy on this because of Mallory Square. But this is new, this little...
Well, they moved the restaurant, remember? They're doing work over there on the dock. So the restaurant's tore up. They kind of set up a temporary one.
Yeah, so kind of consider that when if you want to stay at Opal Resort, that there may be a lot of things blocking your view from the ocean. Just FYI. Probably the kitchen's probably still working because you have to have room service. And probably bring the food out. But yeah, this is your view. So if you're staying in one of these rooms up here, your view is of the cruise ship, of the boat slips, and the temporary restaurant. So consider that if you want to pay that price for this view. Probably not, because Opal can get in the upwards of like $800 a night. It's expensive, so I wouldn't. It's up to you. Your decisions. But this is nice.
It's funny. It's like the size of a fantasy class.
Huh?
It's like the size of a fantasy class.
Size of a fantasy class ship, and the MSC Explorer.
Maybe a little small.
Yeah. So we actually just got off of that, which is the Duval Loop free and frequent bus. It's been a long time since I've been on a community bus, but it actually will take you around Duval and ends up in the southernmost point free of charge. So if you don't want to walk because it's too far, you are definitely welcome to use that, which we just found out today that they have this. So that's actually pretty cool. Derek had a little bit of PTSD from all his bus rides in Boston.
I haven't been on a bus in decades.
But it's so cool to have, so if you want to get around, you don't want to bike, you don't want to rent any motorized anything, scooter, you can take a free bus that Key West has, that goes around the Duval Loop. So pretty cool. Only thing I say, bring a jacket because it's cold on the bus. But it worked out fine. I'm so excited for anything that's free. So our hotel is close to the southernmost point buoy, which is actually pretty good. And near the Naval Academy. So we're not too far from this. So if you know where this is located, this is just really a block or two from our hotel.
Yeah, right over there.
Your hotel's pretty close, so that's awesome. So if you never make it to get the buoy picture, stay at this hotel that we're at, and then get up in the morning and get your picture before anybody else comes. So being a part of the Southwinds Motel actually also gives you access to the southernmost beach. So this is the southernmost hotel, but they have some type of deal to where you get access to the beach and you get a beach towel. So that is actually cool because that doesn't happen with a lot of the other hotels. So you can do that. And this is literally across the street from our hotel, Southwinds Motel. Southernmost is across the street, so you do get free access to their beach. So if you want to come in the morning and hang out and kind of stay out of the crowd of Duval Street, you can do that. Isn't it more peaceful?
Much more.
It's much more peaceful. Like, I don't think we've ever seen this side of Key West.
I know.
We have never seen the peaceful side of Key West. There's always been lots of lively and activities, and that's what I'm so used to doing. But I'm like, I'm actually enjoying the non-craziness of Key West. Look at him following the law, crossing at the light.
We're going down there to see.
Oh, okay. So we're going there. Just kidding. He's not following the law. Don't ever call him a law follower. But yeah, and so near our hotel as well, there is an Cuban cafe. So there's breakfast and lunch. Let me tell you, I have found out that the food is actually cheaper on this end of the island versus where Mallory Square, Duval. So you can get a pretty inexpensive breakfast there. Our hotel also has grab and go breakfast for free. So if you are really interested in saving money, this is the place to be on this side of the island. So this is the beach that we actually get access to. So we're gonna walk down. So there's a Mellow Grow restaurant and bar. So it's things that are very close. Things like we would never have even caught our attention. Yeah. Everybody thinks like Duval Street is the thing to do, which Duval Street, if you've never been to Key West, of course, you know, Duval Street is like the Vegas Strip in a sense. That's where all the action, quote, action is. But off of Duval is pretty nice. So there's not a lot of beaches here in the Keys, but this is great. It's small, but it'll do its job. Okay, so we have a room update. We've had some bugs in our room, these little black things. We initially thought they may have been termites, so Derek took a video of them and went to the front desk. The front desk thought maybe they were termites and gave us an option to change rooms. But we ended up having maintenance come, and when maintenance came, there was a bug in the room, and so he thinks there are bugs that are kind of attracted to the light that comes during this time of the year in Key West, and kind of ends up in the room. And like if the door stays open, they can come in, but we didn't have our door open, and like they were on the floor. We kept like 5 in like 30 minutes. So we're not quite sure what to do. We have the option of changing hotel rooms altogether, but oh my gosh, the hotels in Key West are expensive, and so there was one that was $400 a night. But parking wasn't free. So do we go to $400 a night? Do we listen to what the people say here and saying, oh, they're just outdoor bugs that come in if your door's open too long? What do we do? So Derek's out there talking to them now. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see me much, but we have update number 2. We have packed up to go to another hotel. They were coming, these termites, whatever they are, it's kind of coming from nowhere, like literally permeating from the floor. And then there was like on the ceiling or on the bed, and we can't, there's no way I can sleep like that. So we unfortunately had to pull the trigger and get a hotel that, again, they're not cheap here, and just go somewhere else. They say this is very common for Key West. This is a time, March is when they have an infestation of like bugs or termites or whatever, but no one seems to be concerned that they're termites. And I'm not trying to bring any termites home. No, I'm not trying to live with them. I'm not trying to sleep with them. I'm not trying to bring them home. And this is unfortunate because this is a really cool hotel, or motel. No, it was super cool. It was a great location. I loved it. But this is a big, X. Again, they did try to have us change rooms to a different room further down, but if this is all kind of stuff outside that can come in, we didn't see the point of changing rooms. Like, changing rooms is not going to make a difference if there's this infestation of these bugs that are attracted to light and can come in at any time. We'll be in the same situation. So we felt it best to just find a different place, hopefully on the top floor, so I don't have to worry about any bugs. But it's, I hate to say this because it's been such a cool, unique place that I really enjoyed. But they may need to really consider pest management. And I told Derek, I'm like, at least it's not like a roach. For some reason, roaches make me nasty or whatever. But yes, it is, possible termites, but at least it's not something worse, but it's not something great either. So, yeah. So we'll see how this hotel, this is free parking. The other hotel, we got to pay to park, and so it's going to cost us a little bit more out of pocket. But, we have to do what you have to do. So we'll keep you posted. All right, we are here at a completely new hotel. It smells very divine, let me tell you. This is right off of Duval Street, so you may be able to see. If you can't see, you surely can hear the trumpet player. So we are no longer on the quiet side of town, but at least there are no bugs. Every year is an adventure with Derek. Listen to me, people, every year.
This isn't my adventure. That was her pick. This is her adventure this year. For the first time, it's not me. Hotel went straight the first night. Second night, termites everywhere. Walls, ceilings, in the bed. I can't do it. I'll pay $1,000 to stay somewhere else.
And that's about what we did. That's kind of where we are right now, at $1,000 for a whole new hotel for 2 nights.
Like, peace of mind, I'll pay it.
In Key West. But I'm going to tell you, the other hotel, they were lovely. The only problem I had is that when we left the hotel, Derek checked out, and the person said, well, that's just kind of Florida. That's just kind of Key West. No, ma'am. No, people. It is not Key West. It is not Florida to sleep with bugs. in your room, on your bed, on your wall. That is not normal. And for her to normalize that makes me a little upset.
Yeah.
But, oh, you got robes. We didn't even get robes in Miami. You got robes, people. Oh, lovely. In the bathroom. I didn't even bring my loofah. I left my loofah at the other hotel. Derek threw away a shirt that had a termite on it. Like, we didn't even bring anything. But this is lovely. This is lovely, I must say. It's about almost the same size as the hotel we just left.
Except it's on the 4th floor.
Yes.
No termites, at least in the inside.
Yes.
Roaches, I don't know, but at least no termites.
No termites, but you get a trumpet. And he's playing that trumpet nice and loud. Yeah.
So we got trumpet on this side, we got elevator on that side.
Oh yes, we're right in front of the elevator. So beep, 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 ding. It's gonna be our night.
Let's see, we got a fridge.
we'll see.
Yes, we got a fridge. How do you go with it?
Are you sure it's not like a, whatchamacallit fridge?
Smart fridge.
Oh, okay. Perfect. All right, and then we have, you get $30 worth of drinks and food. So this is kind of odd. They charge you a $30 kind of resort fee in a sense, but then you can spend that $30 at the bar for food and drinks, which is kind of odd.
The resort fee is $45, so it's gonna make it $1.
No, the parking's $45.
Oh, well,
Yeah, the parking's $45 a night. And then you have a $30 kind of resort fee, but the $30 resort fee you can use for food. So, very interesting. Very interesting, but you can only do it once a day. Like if you can't use it on the day of checkout. So tonight we have to go downstairs. It is 10:30 at night. We have to go downstairs and use our $30 resort fee. Find something to eat or drink. I'm in the mood to sleep, but this is where we are. Okay, so this is the lobby of the new hotel that we're in. The hotel smells completely divine. They sprayed it with something for sure, but it's really nice. And then you do have a $30 per night food and beverage credit, so like a destination fee that they charge you, but you actually get to spend it at the bar. So with any drinks or tapas, so not bad. So at 10:30 at night we have to drink. At 10:30 at night we have to drink something. So all the staff is telling us, make sure you go tonight to spend that $30 or you lose it. So it's like a use it or lose it kind of situation. So we are here, we're tired, but we have to go to the bar to get something to eat and drink, and then we'll go to bed. We'll keep you posted. So we are here. We spent the night at this new hotel, La Concha. It's a Marriott hotel, and it was noisy up until probably 12:30 in the morning. Our wonderful trumpeter outside played until 12:30, and then we heard our neighbors having a grand time, intimately. But after that, things were pretty quiet. And I think they like infused some smell into here. Let me mute the TV because it smells great. They do have a little cafe, so I was able to go out and get some coffee and some pastries this morning as we're getting prepared for our excursion, which is a Key West food tasting. So we'll kind of bring you along for that, but we've never done that before, so I'm excited, and I'm happy that it's going to be a nice day. A little windy today, supposedly, but nice to do that. And then we'll go from there. We will make contact back with our old hotel to see if there is any kind of recourse for the nights that we're not going to be there, or if we can get any refund of anything. So we will keep you posted with that to see if that happens. But, you know, you make the best of what you get. you know, and we're just thankful that there was a hotel available for us to go to last night, and we were able to sleep without any reservations and, you know, noise. I'll take noise over bugs any day, but we'll go from there. And my heart still hurts a bit because I really enjoyed that location and the quaintness of the hotel. So still a little hurtful, but you know, we'll just move on, and we move on with food, which makes things better. And then we'll go from there. Keep you posted. So they have a little coffee shop at the hotel. So cute. I love the colors. It is El Dome Cafe. You actually charge it to your room. You get that $30 kind of hotel fee that you can charge to your room. We'll have a wonderful meal. Didn't see that. Very good. Breakfast. And we have some almond chocolate croissants. So pretty cool. This is the start of our food walking tour. Excited. Yeah. So we have pork, rice, plantains, and black beans. Start us off. Let's go. We are doing this is our food walking tour. We just finished our first place to eat, which was El Siboney, a Cuban restaurant. So we had marinated pork, we had plantains, black beans, Cuban bread, sangria. So it was a first stop. This is called the Food Walking Tour. Key West Food Walking Tour. Key West Food Tours. That's what it is. I knew I'd get it right. And so we're walking to our second stop, which is getting some rum runners.
Put the link in the description.
Yes, we'll put the link in the description. So far, so good. And then we don't know how long this walk is going to be, but walking from place to place. It's nice weather, so that makes it good. And we can walk around the streets like a local versus being on Duval Street, because sometimes that gets a little too much. So we're kind of off the beaten path. So super excited.
But we've been in business 11 years, and it's been vacant that long. But I want to point out the fact, the color of this paint is called Haint Blue. H-A-I-N-T, it means haunted. And the belief was that if you painted your porch this color, you would keep out the evil spirits. And I don't know about that, but there's a secondary benefit. The birds, the bees, and the wasps, there's a car, think it's the sky, and they don't nest there. So after 11 years, look, there's no nest anywhere. And you'll look, as we go along, you'll see a great number of houses have them.
Yeah. Walking the liveliness of Duval Street. It is 12:44. So this is the lunchtime Saturday craziness. It's crazier and crazier as the sun starts to set. This is the Key West Lighthouse. That's right there.
Okay, this is where we did the it's called bike ride. We stopped in front on the street a couple years ago.
Oh.
Anybody else?
I don't think it's an active lighthouse anymore, but so it's 75 degrees here in Key West right now. It feels like it's 90. I won't be honest. It feels like it's 90. There's a nice breeze, but it's hot. So don't let 75 degrees fool you that it's going to be cool, because that is not the case.
Painted by Rick Worth, and he was known for cars
So this mural was painted by Rick Worth.
And
So we have conch fritters, and we have,
usually only give me one.
this is conch chowder. Conch chowder.
Look out, man.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
It's salsa.
Jerk necking
And with
rice.
a little bit of goat cheese on top and cilantro. It's a very nice infusion of flavors. In the United States by the New York Times.
The most beautiful hotel in the United States.
Peggy Mills
The Garden Hotel.
made the garden from the they have a piano bar, 5:30 to 7:30.
So nice, so cool. Place to go if you want to get cool, for sure.
All right, well, like that. No, they want the energy.
Hello. Yes. You got something to say?
It's called the Divine Bar, and you get a credit card, like you get a credit card, and you put money on it, and you
All right, so far.
buy and get 3 ounce, 6 ounce, and 9 ounce. And they drink the wine called 9.
This isn't locked, so I'm pretty sure they can bust through it.
Wine
We're at the Cuban Coffee Queen. Here, see, they actually have one of the best turmeric con leche. Just like that. Anyways, interesting. What's in here?
Cheesecake? Lime cake. Lime. Key lime pie.
Get it right. You're in Key West. Key lime pie. Okay, we just finished the food walking tour. And that was 3 hours.
He has a selfie stick, but he's using it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Fun.
It was fun. It was honestly more walking than I thought.
Yeah, a lot more.
But it was actually good, great history. Good portions of food. Yeah, so you'll definitely be hearty. It's a great lunch. So I recommend to do it. And so tell them where we're going after the food walking tour
Back to the sub shop.
to get more
We
food.
need food to take home tomorrow. Back to our house.
Yes, because the sub shop is so good that he is buying on the go because they will not be open on this Sunday. So he's going to take the advantage and go and get some subs and save them for later. But you know, when in Key West and you only have these places that are just prone to Key West, then you get it. Because you just never know. You never know. All right. And then after that, we will go somewhere and get hydrated and cool. And we have $30 to spend at the hotel that we must spend today. And go from there. It's been great. It's like we've been here 3 days. This is day 3 in a sense. And it feels like we've been here for a week. It's been awesome. Oh, speaking of awesome, this is the Truman Annex, which I must say I have never been inside.
We walked through there on one tour a long time ago.
It's so long and I remember.
Yeah.
So let me get this. So it's the Truman Annex. I probably can't tell you what is in there because Derek claims I've been there, but I don't remember. So, but it's nice though. So we'll let you know from here what's next. Okay, so we have a hotel update. We just spoke to our previous hotel and they are so lovely. They are so lovely and was completely sympathetic to our issue and was completely apologetic. And they also have other properties in Key West as well that, you know, if that property doesn't work for you, you can go to other properties, but they were just, it was so lovely to have customer service from the management where they understand and they sympathize with you and your situation. So it was like, I cannot say anything, like everything was just beautiful. It was just an unexpected event that happened, and an unfortunate event with the termite situation, but that does not take away from how just kind and how just gracious they were in trying to get a resolution to this situation. So super, I'm just, oh, they're so sweet. And you don't find that a lot of times nowadays in customer service. It's a lot of times it's very defensive customer service, but they were very sympathetic. So much appreciation. Kudos to them. Kudos to Southwinds Motel. Southwinds. Kudos to, it's horrible. Like, just out of sight, out of mind. But kudos to Southwinds Motel for that opportunity, for that wonderful customer service. So we'll continue on here at La Concha. They have at 4:30, you get a free mojito tasting. So we're the food and beverage director we spoke to yesterday definitely told us to be there at 4:25 so we can participate. And then we still have $30 to spend that we have to spend today from them. So that's what we're doing next. Okay, this is a mojito tasting that they have. It's at 4:30. It's free if you stay here at the hotel. So this is just a regular mojito. Okay, so we're ready for you to taste it. Here.
Tastes like a mojito.
So something to consider if you decide to stay at this particular hotel.
That's how they get you hooked.
That's how they get you hooked. So they do this at 4:30. I don't know if it's just multiple mojitos or just one.
I think it's just one.
Oh, there you go. And so something you can do if you stay here at this hotel.
2 guests per reservation.
So I'm actually forced to do this because it comes with the hotel. Not that I actually need to drink anything at all today, because especially being in the heat and the food tour. But when in Rome. Yeah, we do. But it's something to consider. It's a great thing, and then we'll figure out where we do with our rest of our $30. I don't want to spend it all on alcohol. I like to spend the $30 on food, some sustenance, but we'll see.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with it. We typically don't eat at the hotel and sometimes breakfast. Like we're open.
Very rarely, though. Very
We
rarely.
can eat here.
I mean, I have no idea what we're doing. We're just flying with a fever pants today. Enjoy. Cheers. This is when you have $30 that you must spend, and then we go overkill. So this is definitely more than $30.
The drink is the start. It's the gateway.
So we'll let you know. We have guacamole, empanadas, and some tacos. Perfect. All right, we have made a pit stop to Bergs. There's one here in Key West, and there's also one in Savannah, Georgia. They make these pecan cookies that Derek loves to buy. However, these cookies are weighted. So they charge you by the per pound. And so he tends to buy these cookies, and they can end up being $50 for like 200 cookies. It's insane. But let's see if they have them. Do they have them? Oh, over there. Okay. We have nice fiddles here. They have apples, specialty apples. But do they have the simple things, like just a chocolate chip cookie? That's all I want, and I don't think I can get it in here. I don't think they have the simple. I'm not sure they have the simple cookies here. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, that's a bummer. Bummer. No, they don't have any simple things. Everything's complex. No. So, we'll have to look. There's a place right across the street from our hotel. So I need to get one chocolate chip cookie. Can I? Sure. Alright, so how much were your 3 cookies?
$21.
$21 for 3 cookies, people.
They're amazing. Pralines.
They better be amazing.
Bear claws, whatever they're called. Oh.
They better be amazing for $21. That's $7 a cookie. Let's just math that out.
You want to get your cookies?
Yeah, let's go across the street to see if we can actually find a non-$7 cookie. Would be nice. The math is a math.
I didn't think it was going to be 21 either, but I just knew.
Oh, I knew it was going to be 21. I knew it was going to be expensive because they're weighed and they're heavy and they're $7.
And they're amazing.
They better be.
There's some shopping.
For $21, they better be the best cookie you've ever had. Easier coming back. Only 3.5 hours, because the construction we left really early in the morning, and so we missed the construction, or at least they're off today on Sunday. So that was excellent. And as he's concentrating, how was your stay?
At the second hotel was excellent. First hotel wasn't so excellent. Yeah, other than that, it's great.
I wouldn't say excellent. No, it was good. The second hotel was good. The walls were a little bit thin, but I think the whole time we were there, it was actually not bad. Even though it ended up not being a great situation with the first hotel, I really enjoyed my time. I really did. I mean, not with the bugs, but overall, I give Key West a thumbs up. So if you're interested and you still want to go to Key West, there's lots of options for hotels. Again, best time is in the summer. And we will see you on our next adventure.